I'm just really talking in a modern standpoint. I'm talking about like if a guy in the UFC, or if a guy in the what is it called, boxing, we're looking at a modern thing. Like they want to fight somebody with a challenge. Yes, an easy win is good, but they want to actually get that challenge in it. They actually want to be challenged, where they want to push themselves, because that's the only way they're going to be able to grow. Pushing themselves with newer. That's why you have with the guy Israel Adesanya. He basically dominated his weight class, where he actually went up to another weight class and lost for the first time. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't looking at it like, oh damn, I got my first loss. He looked at it as like, yes, a challenge. I finally can get challenged with something. I could probably finally grow and adapt and hone my skills, because that's what's gonna do it. Not if you're doing the same thing. So the Philistine looked at him like, looked at David like he was like, man, what this? And they called him a fair countenance. So he thought he was a pretty boy. Now we know how them pretty boys act. They get all the girls. They want to, they're not real men. They're not rough. They're pretty, all about their looks. Groom themselves 24/7. So he called David a pretty boy. All right. It says, and the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog? Thou comest to me with staff. It says, and the Philistine cursed David by his God. See, so he cursed David. So let's see what David did. It says, and the Philistine said unto David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls. I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. And then David said unto the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, and Yahweh of the army, and the Yahweh of armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. And this day will the Lord deliver thee unto mine hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give thy carcass of the hosts of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and unto the beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. All right. So he prophesied on him. All right. And all this assembled shall know that the Lord saveth not his sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass, and the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran towards the army to meet the Philistines. See, also he was zealously, he said he ran. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slung it and smote the Philistine in the forehead. And the stone sunk unto his forehead, and he fell on his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. By there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath. Therefore, and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw that it says their champion was dead, they fled. See, so with David only having a sling and a stone, slew one of the most mightiest men in the Philistines, man. And he only came to him with the name of the Lord. He didn't come to him with no shield, no spear, no sword. And he took Goliath's sword and killed him with it, man. All right. So that shows you the type of fear that the Lord and that's basically what we call the Lord delivered Goliath into David's hands, man. All right. He basically let David prevail. OK. And that's what the Lord is going to give us, man. The Lord is ultimately going to have us prevail over this world. All right. And the world shall know that the Lord's men, the Lord's prophets are not ones to be messed with. OK. Starting from him first. All right. We're telling you, hey, fear the Lord and all his commandments, statutes, and ways, and come unto him, be subject unto him. And through that, the Lord gives fear to his prophets. All right. Now I got one more just to show you how serious people took the Lord's prophets, man. This is 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 1. It says, and the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil and go, and I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. And Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, take an heifer with thee, and say, I come to sacrifice to the Lord. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show thee what thou shalt do. And thou shalt anoint unto me, and whom I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elder of the town trembled at his coming. See, he trembled, because Samuel was a priest and a prophet, He trembled at his coming. And what says? And said, comest thou peacefully? Imagine an old elder coming at you, trembling when you come into his city, saying, does thou come peacefully? He was scared. He didn't know what was going. He was, oh man, we got a prophet, we got a priest among us. Is the Lord finna prophesy on us? That's why he said, comest thou peacefully? He's asking them, are you coming to basically coming peacefully? Because when you see a prophet, you get fear. He had fear in his heart. And Samuel, it says what? And he said, peacefully, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord, sacrifice unto the Lord, sanctify yourself and come with me to sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. See, so that just shows you, when you read that just shows you how much fear that they had when they seen the men of the Lord, man. All right. And when they seen the prophets. Okay. Because they know that them men, they know that the Lord is in the midst of them men. All right. Now, right now, we don't have that power no more. Now, right now, we're on a lower state. When people see us, they don't fear, they don't tremble, But guess what? The Lord is going to ultimately give us that back, The Lord is going to establish fear in the earth right now. Okay. But Lord, I hope this video was edifying. That's basically all I have to say. First and foremost, I hope it was edifying. And then I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Kakodash, the blessed elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well and who was worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace I taste you, brother, out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for the love of the gospel. All right, with that, shalom. Till next time.